Isle of Wight Radio Link Romania Shoebox Appeal 1999. It's the 9th of December, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning and it's really, really cold. Nothing on what we've got to get used to during this next week, I expect. Now I'm standing here in the car park this morning with Liz Harris, who's the mainland coordinator for the appeal and also our stills photographer this year, and Mark Johnson, who is the main coordinator for Link Romania. Mark, what can people do from the comfort and warmth of their own homes in England while we're off in Romania? What can they do to help you in your appeal?
What they can do is support us throughout the rest of the year, raising money, giving donations, whatever. But as you say, in the comfort and warmth of their own home. So think on those lines. While you're watching this video, think about it while you're sitting around the fire in your centrally heated homes, then look at the images that you see of the kids in the cold and they're living out there all the time. I mean, we're there for a week, we come back, it's like a game for us. But for these people, it's a full-time thing.
Well, we've arrived in our accommodation here in Bucharest, and I'm just on my way up to see Steve Creswell, who's an aid worker with Partnership for Growth in Iași, which is the place we'll be visiting tomorrow, where he works with the children in the orphanage and the hospital and also with the families in the surrounding villages who also benefit from the work that the charity does. Hi Steve, thanks for giving us your time. Now, can you tell me how you got involved with this project in Iași and what exactly your position involves up there?
Okay, well we're a team of 18 people and we run all different projects. You're aware of the project that you support at Poyen for Dora, but that's just one of our projects that we have. We also have a couple who are into farming. We have a boys' farm where older boys over the age of 18 can come off. Most of them have come off the streets or have come out of state orphanages. They don't have any family. They don't have anywhere to go. It basically gives them somewhere to stay. And then they can work on the farm, and we try and encourage them to get into sort of being disciplined, and also giving them a time to establish who they are, and we try and develop their social skills. With that project in particular, we're really looking to reintegrate the boys back into normal society. We also have set up what you would recognise in the UK as the big issue. We have set up the same type of project, which is called Revista Spune, and we've just launched this week our third issue. It's a very new project, very exciting. It's a great way that we can help people to help themselves.
So how can people in England help throughout the year, not just at Christmas with this shoebox appeal? How can they help throughout the year to aid your project?
That's right. I mean, for us, the shoebox appeal is it's 3 weeks' work for us out here, and but obviously our work is ongoing, day in, day out, year in, year out, and we have to try and raise funds to support staff. Although, like I said, we're trying to sort of raise funds within Romania. We bring over clothes, second-hand clothes from the UK. That's one area where people can help by donating clothes. Also, just by direct debit, standing orders to the UK office.
10 years ago, Romania freed itself from dictatorship under Ceausescu through desperate and bloody revolution. In the comfort of our Western homes, we watched images of poverty and struggle. Our hearts were won by the wide-eyed misery on the faces of orphans abandoned by both their families and their society. These pictures are of Romania today, 1999. Have things really advanced for them?
Come out. Milky Way magic stars. Some more sweets, some more pair of scissors.
We delivered 300 boxes of aid donated by people at home to families in the village of Poyen, an isolated and rural community. Another 200 boxes were given out at the village school. These children have never been given anything before. We visited a shanty town where proud families live in mud huts. Their only water supply a hepatitis and sewage infected stream, children playing amongst human and animal waste. In 1999, the people of the south of England generously donated 5,000 shoeboxes of essential aid to families, as well as toys for the children in the hospital at Poyen. In 1998, the number of boxes was an astounding 11,000. These people still need our help. They still need these boxes to arrive every year. Right, we're in Poyen now, and we're just walking up to the school where the shoeboxes are stored, and then we're hoping to be able to distribute them in the village, hopefully to the poorer people first who need them most, and then we'll go on to other houses later on today.
Sa Bogdan, unde?
Da, știu că a vorbit la televizor.
Secretara. Pentru nepoate?
Da, da.
Da, așa. Pentru...
We've come down a kind of mud track now to another special case family. I've got Danuts with me again, who's going to tell us a bit more about this family and what they especially have to deal with. Hi, can you tell us a bit about them?
Yeah, here's a special case. I can tell you, it's a really special case because here are two persons, the father, a very old person, and his son. They have no income they have no land, just I can say a half of hectare of land, and they can't work it because they have no money to work it. And you could see here on the background, it is a very old house which is really damaged, and I don't know, the conditions, as you can see, are looking really, really bad. And now they are trying, which is a good thing, because they are trying to build a new one, and which it is made by mud. This is a way that the poor people from Romania are building their houses. What can I tell you else? They have no future plans, everything is dark in their life. And it's really desperate, this case.
Well, we're coming down a big amount of mud now. I'm talking knee-length mud, which is rather nice. But the nicest thing is that every time we go past the house, we pick up more people because they come along and they follow our kind of entourage, which we picked up along the way. And the local people come out in their boots, which are all split, and they've got all mud in their socks and feet and everything. And we're moaning about a bit on the outside of our boots, so I think we should be quite good and carry on trekking through it. We're in the first classroom at the school in Poyen, and we've given out all the presents, and now everyone's in amazement. They can't believe what they've got. Everything from a bouncy ball that they've never seen before to pieces of chocolate. And we've been going around helping them open them because they genuinely didn't really believe they were for them. So reactions are so sweet. They are just in amazement. Some of them still haven't opened the boxes, and we've been in here for about 15 minutes because they don't want to. They think they're for somebody else. They can't believe that somebody's actually bought them something. Making our way up to the toilets that the children and the staff have to use at the school, and I understand it's going to be pretty horrendous when we get there, so we're just making our way through the mud, which is how they have to get there every day. Sometimes this is thick with snow, I understand. It's like a shack with very rough shod doors which are falling off, and there's urine all over the floor. And it really stinks because inside all the toilets are holes in the floor, but because of the way they're designed, they have sloping floors, and there's just basically human sewage all over the floors. There's nowhere to stand, there's no paper or anything. That's literally it. School in Yash today to meet La Primura for a second time. She is a girl who was in the orphanage at Poyen from the age of 2 till she was 18, so she was there for 16 years. And the people of the Isle of Wight have managed to fund her to come out of Poyen so that she can come and train as a hairdresser, which is what she's always wanted to do. Success stories such as La Cremiora's are only possible with the support of Partnership for Growth. They monitor the families taking in orphans, ensuring a caring and healthy environment is maintained. We're back at Poyen Hospital today, where we're hoping that we might actually give out some presents, because we've had a few communication problems with Dr. Zagrea, who's the head doctor here. Better speak quite quietly in case you heard. And now apparently she's going to let us in and we can give out the shoe boxes. So hopefully all the children that have been waiting for a couple of days now, seeing us each day, promising that we'll come back with the presents, hopefully we'll be actually able to give them something. And just to spend some time with them, I think would be really good for them. But we've been able to bring La Cremiora with us, which is really good, because she was at college, we went to see her at work, she's doing really well, and she's got a lovely smile, and now she's been able to take the rest of the day off college so that we can come in and she can see her old friends again, so hopefully they'll still be here to say hello. Not surprisingly, from our experience, we found ourselves waiting for the head nurse. Dr. Zagrea herself isn't here, and she's told us that we're not allowed to see the children and open the presents without the presence of the head nurse, so that she can watch us and see that everything's going her way, basically. So in the meantime, we've come to look at Dora's room, which has been changed from a derelict room into a kind of children's play area, and it's been decorated. So I've got Mark Johnson with me, and he's going to tell us a bit about where the funding came from and what they've done with the place.
Well, this was the place when we came in last year. This was a derelict room at the back. Dora had sort of seen it and earmarked it for personal use, because it wasn't being used for anything. We said we would fund it if we were allowed to have the room, if Dora was allowed to have a key, and eventually it took a long time, but they agreed, and we put the funding in place this year to do the repairs to the plaster, the ceiling. There's a bathroom gone in, there's a shower toilet, there's hot water in there. We've seen the conditions of some of the toilets in this area. It's not great, but it's been tiled out, it's perfectly usable, and it's better than the kids have had before. The room has been decorated, and this Christmas we've brought in desks and chairs from a church in Gosport. We've also supplied pens, pencils, paper, all the raw materials that the children need in a learning environment.
Contact and affection we were able to show these children for merely a few days is now given to them regularly through Dora, the new assistant placed at the hospital thanks to donations from the people of the Isle of Wight. These children have lived here most of their young lives. We've been in the hospital now for a few hours, but we're still being told that we can't actually give the children their presents, which is really, really annoying because they've been waiting all day and it's really disappointing for them. And for us, because we wanted to give them to them, because we've been playing with them all day and they're really, really good kids. Hospital again today on our last day in Romania. We can't believe it, but the reception we've just received is amazing. We came up the hill into the village and the children were running and shouting and laughing. They're so excited to see us again, and I think they're just overwhelmed that we've kept our promise and we did come back tomorrow. They kept saying, oh, tomorrow, tomorrow. They never believe you when you say that you'll come back again and see them, but they're hugging us and they're saying hello and they're speaking in English to us, which they didn't quite want to try yesterday, but they're really, really pleased, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to give them what they're waiting for, which is their presents. We're standing outside the room where the boxes are being kept, the presents. We have to be quite quiet because the children seem to have cottoned on to what we're doing. And we're just going to sort out each individual box because they all have names on, so that every child gets a box especially for them. I think they all know what we're up to, so they're all kind of eagerly waiting outside. But we've met the head nurse and she seems to be quite amiable, so she's helping us to sort through the boxes. They're in a room where they keep extra clothes that have been sent in from England and extra supplies. So we're just going to unpack them all, sort them out, and the children can have what they're waiting for. Children are opening their presents now, and I've just seen a little child open a tiny packet of sweets, and they're so delighted, they can't believe it. They've sang us some songs, some carols, and they got really excited to do that, the fact that they were able to give us something because they've received their only gifts from us. And they even gave us some presents which they've made themselves, which is so sweet. They have these hanging up in Dora's room, and it was a secret. We didn't know they were going to make them for us, but they did us a concert and they've given us some presents. Romania is a beautiful European country, populated with inspiring and welcoming people who, although scarred by the events of the past and the present, remain proud, dignified and willing to work and fight for a brighter future. The one word the Romanians do understand in English is tomorrow, because they have been promised for 10 years that things will improve for them tomorrow. I think it's time that we made that tomorrow today.